Huh, going to Florida next week. That's better.
Up to date with Nate.
Hello friends, welcome back to Up to Date with Nate. This is season 2, episode 15. Should I keep saying the season or should I just switch to just doing episodes? I mean, season 1 was long ago, so we could just call it season 0 at this point. Anyway, I digress. Let's get up to date. First off, you may notice that I got a beautiful haircut, courtesy of my wife. For my haircuts, I personally use clippers, but I bought a comb on Amazon that's 1.5 inches. So it's not super fast as far as clipper combs go because when the hair's that long, it likes to fall over anyway. But it gives me a consistent haircut every time. So we do 1.5 inches on the top, and on the sides, I think I did like 3/4 this time. But if you want cheap, good haircuts, then get your own clippers, and that's what I recommend for that. And my wife graciously does that. She had the day off on Friday because of parent-teacher conferences. On Thursday, they had conferences all day, and on Wednesday, they had conferences in the evening, and they had to stay till 8 p.m. each day. And because of that, on Friday, they got a comp day off. So she had the day off on Friday and had some time to give me a haircut, so that was nice. Then on Saturday, I had a rehearsal in the morning for the Veterans Day concert that happened last Sunday. And so we went and rehearsed in the morning, and then had lunch with Danielle's parents, and then planned on having one final Smash Bros. Night before the new game comes out. So if you don't know, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming out on December 7th, and I am way too excited for that. I love Smash Bros. If you didn't know that. And if you don't know, Smash Bros. Is a Nintendo game. This is going to be the 5th version of it. And it's pretty much all I can think about at this point. But December 7th, that's coming out. And I'm so looking forward to it. But I got together with my friends. We had one final Smash night with Smash Bros. 4. And we're looking forward to playing the new one together as well. Then on Sunday night, as I was picking up Danielle, I got a text that said, "Hey man, you busy? It's kind of an emergency." I'm like, okay. It was a guy from church. It turned out that his pianist couldn't play for him the following day, so he was kind of panicking about that. It was Veterans Day, so he wanted a patriotic song. And he's like, "Well, if you can't play the one I've got picked out, you just pick something." So I'm like, "Well, I can always sing God Bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American." I can never get that right. So I'll just find the chords, put it in a key I can play, and we'll be good. And so I got those, practiced it, and then he's like, "I got the sheet music here. It's in G. Can you play that?" And I'm like, "Sure." And so I went through that a couple times that night. And so we actually ended up playing the song that he had picked out. It was called "Let Freedom Ring," and it was a Gaither song originally. And it was in G. It was perfect. I could play it. Fun fact, if you ever need a last-minute song played and you want me to play it, put it in G, because I can always play in G. And so that happened on Sunday morning, and it went well. Then we had the Veterans Day concert, which was for the 100th anniversary of Armistice Day, November 11th, at 2 p.m. that Sunday, and that went really well. Eagle Song is sounding quite good, and it's always fun to sing in that cathedral space. So that was my week pretty much. Let me see what else we got. Oh yeah, so next week on Sunday morning, Danielle and I are headed to Florida for Thanksgiving. Her brother lives down there with his wife, who is in the Air Force, and they're stationed there in Panama City. So we're going to go down there. Unfortunately, their house was hit by that major hurricane that just happened, and so their house got pretty wrecked by that. Danielle's parents are flying there as we speak today, and they're going to help them do some cleanup on the house and Daniela and I are going over on Sunday, and I think we're going to spend some time just helping them recover from that hurricane and rebuilding their house a little bit. So hopefully that goes well, and we'd appreciate your thoughts and prayers there. But it'll be good to spend some time with her brother and sister and our new niece down in Florida for that week. And then the week after that, Danielle and I are able to go to Disney World, which is awesome. I personally have never been to Disney World, but Danielle has with Jesse's family. So it's my first time, and I'm pretty excited. I don't think I'm as excited as Danielle because she actually knows what to expect. And I don't have expectations. I've been to Disneyland before, but Disney World's going to be a new experience for me. So I'm excited to do that with my wife. So we got our magic bands in the mail like a week or two ago. And those you wear on your wrist, I guess, and they're like your room key. You can buy food with them. And you register your fast passes with those. So we got those in the mail. Got to be sure to pack them when we pack our bags. But looking forward to Disneyland. More on that in a bit. Let's go to the Any Music update. So I believe I mentioned last week that I had finished writing the parts for See the King, my brand new Christmas song. I have not published that yet because of this. Gestures to Thin Air. So this week I developed a brand new cover sheet for my pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and adapt that for all of my published works and put that on those. And so here's a couple. This is the first song I believe I published, which is called The Lord is Good. Then here's my latest song cover, See the King, and it's got some Christmas colors on it. So I'm really excited for these new covers. I hope that they'll make my music pop more on the website that I'm publishing on, Sheet Music Plus. I'll have the whole set up later this week. Please check those out. Share with anyone you know who's a choir director, and that would be fabulous. So that's my big announcement for this week, and let's go to the question of the week. Okay, so last week I did kind of a double question. Ruffle paper. First, since no one answered the previous week's question, I decided to tag it in there, which was Christmas music. When do you start listening to it? When is it okay to start listening to Christmas music? Cassie says that she dabbles in October. She actively listens in November. And she goes crazy after Thanksgiving. So Cassie apparently sounds like she likes to get the ball rolling and build up steam as she goes. Kirsten, however, listens to Christmas music whenever she wants, because Kirsten does as Kirsten does. But, well, she starts listening mainly to Christmas music in November, and then continues to listen through the end of January. Debbie says, let's go Christmas music. And my mom says it is fully acceptable to play Christmas music beginning on the 1st of November. So it sounds like most people who responded are all for Christmas music early. If you didn't respond, you can add your rebuttal next week, I suppose, if you think that Christmas music should not be played in November. Second question of the week was bacon versus donuts. Two delectable goodnesses that, if you had to choose one, which would you choose? For the most part, most people chose donuts. Cassie says donuts. She likes a good maple bar. Kirsten says donuts. Boston cream is her favorite. If you're buying a donut for Kirsten, get her a Boston cream. Moms says because I'm gluten-free, I choose bacon. Because Mom can't eat donuts, so bacon for Mom. But the thing about Mom's bacon is she likes nice crispy bacon and not the good like floppy bacon. So Cassie and Mom do the crispy, and floppy bacon is better. Am I right or am I right? Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And let's see. Katie says cranberry juice. And then for the question of the week this week, I also have 2 questions. Feel free to leave comments if you have other opinions on bacon, donuts, and Christmas music. I'd love to hear your rebuttals. But for this week, I have 2 different questions for you. The first is, what are your favorite Thanksgiving traditions? One that I thought of is my mom has a pig that is not a real pig, but it is a gravy pig. The gravy pig is our gravy server, and it serves the gravy by pouring said gravy out of its mouth. Oftentimes, the gravy pig comes with perhaps unwanted sound effects, and it always leads to an enjoyable Thanksgiving conversation, especially when we have guests over. So that is one Thanksgiving tradition I thought of. If you guys would like to share some of yours, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to read those next episode. My next question is Disney related. Since I'm going to Disney World and have not been there before, what are some things to you that have been there that I need to be sure not to miss? What are some of your favorite things about Disney World? I'd love to hear those, and I will let you know my favorite things when I get back. That'll about do it for this week's episode. However, I do need to tell you guys that because I will be in Florida for the next 2 Wednesdays, there will not be Up to Date with Nate on those 2 weeks. So I will return come December with a brand new episode of Up to Date with Nate. I will see you guys in about 3 weeks, and leave a like, comment on the questions of the week, and subscribe. And until then, stay steadfast. Wow, longest t-shirt change ever. The second question of the week was maple bars. No, that's not it at all. If you're buying a donut for Kirsten, get her a Boston cream.